Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again for another One Piece manga review. This week, we're reviewing chapter 1013, Anarchy in the BM, the Big Mom. I think that's hilarious that they named it that first off. But how you
Right.
doing? My co-host is always Mr. Christian Hollinger. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. As a Luffy stan, and it's crazy I've taken like that approach because like the guy I root for, Sanji, taking L's. So like I've jumped to the main character, took an L. But I do like your explanation, the text you sent me. I think that's very accurate of what's going on right now.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Like, I knew something was gonna happen. I didn't know he was gonna take this L like this fast. Like,
Also,
like
I
that
don't think
kind of
this is
call.
the I don't think the raid has failed. Like, because I've been
Oh no,
seeing
no,
Twitter like,
no,
oh, it's happening, the raids, it's failing. I'm like,
no.
he might just get grabbed. Like, I feel like next time we see him, he's getting picked up.
I mean, obviously he's gonna get picked up. Like, it's a little bit confusing at this point because at this point we've seen Big Mom fall, and she was gonna fall into the ocean. But due to law changing up the schematics, Zeus. No, I'm sorry, not Zeus. Prometheus was able to actually get back and protect her. So I don't know if we're still over the ocean, but I don't know who would get him. Like I've seen some people theorize that Momo might, of his own volition, turn into a dragon and catch him simply because he can sense Luffy. So maybe he can sense like, oh, Luffy's falling, or he's knocked out, like something's gonna happen. But I actually have no idea, to be honest, who's gonna get him. I mean, Marco is, for all we know, tied up. Momo's a possibility, but I don't know how Momo's gonna get from where he's
The
at
boy,
all the way
man.
to Luffy.
You know who's gonna
You
go get
know,
him? The guy who's just been lollygagging around.
the Sanji the taxi. He's definitely got Skywalk, along with his raid suit that he can fly. He has excellent observation hockey, I'm told. So
That's what I'm told. And that was just me joking, by the way. But
no, I know.
no,
I mean, obviously he's going to be saved, but like by who, I have no
does he
idea.
wake up himself and like like stretch his arms? Like,
Luffy has not woken back up except from Apu knocking him out. Like, nah, man, nah. He's not waking up on his own and being like, oh, let me not fall into the ocean or wherever. No, man, this dude's knocked out. This dude, come on.
yeah, it didn't look good, but we'll get to all that. Just have to start it
Yeah,
off like that and more.
yeah,
But the
yeah,
way
yeah.
we do this, we just go through from the beginning, give a brief synopsis, and then we just touch on the different themes, topics, and etc. So this chapter starts off with a cool cover arc with a cover story with Sanji looking to slice up a Zoro shark while Zoro's sleeping. Think that's cool, whatevs. And then we end up seeing Big Mom pissed, looking at Ulti knocked out. Tama's not looking too hot. Nami's
At
like,
all.
F this. I'm gonna shoot a tornado tempo at you, Ulti. You get up, bow, hit you. But Ulti doesn't really get phased. She's about to head slam her. When Big Mom's like, fuck this. I'm about to show you what's what. And I think it's interesting
Right.
how I'm gonna save this because I want to ask you about this because I think there's a very interesting parallel between Big Mom and Nami that we need to talk about.
I was hoping you were gonna say it because if you don't say it, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
I know. I
okay.
know. I know where you're going.
I'm a wait. I'm gonna wait until
All
we
right.
get through all this. But yeah, so Big
All
Mom
right.
attacks Ulti. Ulti gets knocked down, maybe dead. It went straight through. The hole's coming out. We'll talk about that. And then all the homies are celebrating like they did their combo attack. They see Zeus. Zeus is getting sad. Basically, Zeus gets shit on. Big Mom tells Hera to eat him, and Nami tries to save him with some black balls, but he gets eaten by Hera. So it seems. And then basically Kid comes in, strikes Big Mom. Punk Gibson is like, yeah, I'm about to fight her. Nice, Kid. And then we get to see Kaido. Kaido says a very interesting passage. I'm gonna read what he says word for word because it's
All
very
right.
interesting about who Kaido is. And then we see Luffy
Right.
falling off. So, but we'll get to that Kaido stuff at the end. But
Yeah.
where do you want to start at?
Let's start with this cover story because I gotta push my ZKK agenda. So again, Oda's showing Zoro as a shark. Kaido's a fish. What do sharks eat?
Sharks eat fish. That's a fact.
All right. All right. So now that I got my little troll out the way, um, I just gotta push that no matter what. I do find that rivalry scenario kind of funny, because obviously Sanji would have cooked up any fish, but it seems like he's extra interested in cutting up this fish. And we rarely get to see Sanji holding blades like this, so that's hilarious to me, especially with Zoro's sleep in the background here. Just, I don't know if that's like specifically Oda making a parallel to the fact that Zoro's sleep right now, supposedly, or if that's just supposed to just be a Zoro sleep from like a pre-time skip, he always falls asleep type thing.
Yeah.
But to get into the meat and potatoes here, I am surprised because, Thomas seems to be really, really messed up right now. Like, Ulti really probably left a very gnarly scar on her face.
She might be concussed.
Well, I mean, she's okay because we do see her talking later and reacting to Big Mom later. So she should be okay. But, Oda's showing she actually got, like, scratched. Like, I don't think it's going to stay permanent, like Shanks' scars or anything like that. But still, to see that Ulti decided to just mess up this little girl is kind of like, wow.
Like, damn, okay. Ulti. Wow.
Okay. You knew she wasn't really a threat, and you still wilding out like that. But so, I was pleased at first, because Nami's out here talking about, I don't care, Usopp. I know Big Mom's behind me. I know Ulti's in front of me. I can't let this slide, though. They're going to come after us anyway. So I was like, okay, good. I've been wanting Nami to, do something. So I was hoping Big Mom last chapter would see, okay, Nami, you say you're going to take care of this.
Let's see
what you got. No, that's not really how this goes. So, Nami comes out here. She starts using, her what they call the baton.
Her tempos.
her tempos. But I like, one, just to be kind of a Sanji guy for a moment, that panel is looking real nice now. I mean, golly, she's thick. But
capital TH.
Yeah, but absolutely not. Ulti is
fuck that. I'm about to hit.
Yeah, I'm not getting hit by that.
Damn.
Easily dodged that.
Is this like the end of the Nami shine for this arc? Like, is she gonna like, or is this like a realization for like the rest of the Straw Hats, like it is for Kid? Like, y'all got to get stronger. Like, I don't know how she gets stronger.
I don't know. Like, I was very upset because I was like, okay, look, man. Big Mom came in, knocks out page 1. I'm like, okay, well, as I've said in previous reviews, Usopp's going to get his time to shine. I can deal with that. Nami, I was hoping she'd have an uphill battle. I didn't have like major expectations for her to beat Ulti 1v1, considering that Jinbei and Frankie are 1v1ing their opponents, and I don't necessarily put Nami on their level yet. So her 1v1ing a Todoroki would be pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to see it for her. I really did.
I did too. And I was hoping, and we're gonna have to just get into it. So she uses her tornado tempo. I do want to say I appreciate the fact that she has her own tornado move. Zoro and her have their own tornado move. Luffy has his storm move, I believe, which is like the closest, his Gatling storm, but he hasn't used that in a while. So I did appreciate seeing another elemental attack because I am so used to Nami using Thunder Tempo that this was nice to see. And then leading into this, I don't know if this is where you're about to go with this, but the choreography of Nami and Big Mom were very similar. Very similar. So I did appreciate that. But Ulti dodges that, grabs both of her arms, and is prepared to headbutt her. I'm scared. Usopp is scared. Nami is scared. So
Big Mom saves her, and it's like, whoa, okay, Big Mom, I see you. I felt like this chapter was like the Yonko being like, all right, fam, like, we're Yonko at the end of the day. Y'all got to step it up if y'all are really going to do something to us.
Right.
And I don't know. And it's crazy because, like, I don't know how Nami gets stronger. Like the whole Zeus thing. Zeus, I don't know if she gets Zeus. I feel like Zeus is gonna sacrifice himself for her, or that could be the play to flip it to where she does get him. But like,
yeah, I don't know yet. So
this chapter really flipped a lot of things on its head. It really did.
It really did. I wouldn't have mind if Big Mom would have basically gave Ulti the page 1 treatment, where I could buy Ulti getting back up. And although I would prefer not to get a like highly nerfed page 1 in Ulti versus Usopp and Nami, because Big Mom did a whole bunch of damage, this Mazer cannon, which was beautiful one, because I mean, again, the last time we saw a combination with Big Mom, I think Prometheus fused with her hair, and then Napoleon got pretty epic, and Zeus powered up. But this tri-combination attack was beautiful.
Crazy. Yeah, it was awesome.
Crazy. She turned Ulti into Ace, which I don't know if this is a parallel to Marineford, even though this obviously isn't like a climax, but she put a hole in them.
She definitely did.
So I kind of memed the situation. I was like, Big Mom really does love her son. She made a donut. So Katakuri, turned Ulti into a donut. I'm with it.
And you see the smoke coming from her. I don't know. Ulti's not getting up from that. No way.
Like, I don't believe Ulti's getting back up from that at all. I mean, bleeding through her mask, hole through her back. And this isn't like when Katakuri like took out the side of him with his own weapon. This went, I believe, like directly through her stomach. So, yeah, she's a Zoan, but she can't just regenerate a hole in her body.
Yeah, no way. No way. So she's done. It's out of here. Later, Ulti. Crazy. Yeah. Didn't see that happening either that soon, but whatever. Gotta go. Fodder, get him out of here. Gotta go. But this leads to like the beef between Big Mom and Kaido, of course.
Right.
Kaido definitely. I think Kaido liked Ulti based upon like how he let her talk to her, and I feel like if you find that out, Kaido's gonna be pissed. And maybe that's what stalls.
Yeah.
Stalls for Luffy to get back, but that's sleeping on Kid, of course, but got to.
We know Kaido cares about his strong subordinates. Again, referencing Jack. He told Jack, hey, chill, go, get healed up. You are my valued commander. So we know that in his meritocracy setup, he does care for strong opponents. Not opponents, but followers.
Yeah,
so I do rate Ulti as being up there. She is a Toby Ropo. So I think he would be pissed. But I'm still disappointed, because it's just like Nami and Usopp, I really wanted to see them develop, and it just doesn't seem like that's gonna happen.
And it makes me worry for the future. It really does.
Right.
Like if y'all can't handle them, how are you supposed to be like Blackbeard's crew? Like, so those are just things that, like, if I'm being negative, we haven't been negative probably this whole time we've done this.
Right.
You need to see them develop, and maybe it's too soon. Maybe like we said, Luffy's just getting knocked down for a third time. So if he has to get up again, then like there's still time for them.
Right.
But I don't know how we get there. Maybe a page 1 versus Nami and Usopp together is more a justifiable fight than two of them, because Robin has a 2-on-1, so they get a 2-on-1.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I see it. Page 1s might be able to get up and
enraged,
infuriated. So then we get, okay, well, yeah, he took a lot of damage, but now we can say, okay, well, he got a rage boost.
We learned the backstory of the brother-sister dynamic through him. I could see that happen.
That's the only way I see this being redeemed, because other than that, Big Mom came and just stole, their matchups.
That's a fact.
Moving on with this.
I can't talk about Kid. We got to talk about Zeus first. Poor Zeus.
I mean, we're gonna get there. So Zeus pops up. It seems pretty interesting because Napoleon and Prometheus don't give a crap. They're over here flirting with Mera. Mera kind of turns them down, just like, I'm Big Mom's tool. Don't get too excited, boys. But Zeus pops up, and I was interested in this because I didn't know if Mera was like a backup that Big Mom had always had,
Brandy.
due to, the name of, Zeus and Hera. So it's like, okay, did she have that? And now that Zeus is gone, that's a backup. But now we pretty much found out, no, Big Mom created her because Zeus was gone. So that was possible. No, not possibly. That we now have that confirmed. That's what Prometheus asked Big Mom.
He wanted a girlfriend.
When she almost fell in the water. He's like, give me a girlfriend, forget Zeus. So I definitely feel bad for Zeus, especially because he's just trying to jump the fence the same way that Nami tried to jump the fence last chapter with, Big Mom, let's get Ulti. Don't get a twist. I'm coming for your ass next. Okay, Ulti, let's get Big Mom. No, I'm not an idiot.
Not messing with. Yeah, no, Zeus definitely did that. That's crazy.
We got, Zeus over here saying, "Oh, Big Mom, I'm back," and Big Mom's like, "Yeah, I could care less." He's like, "Oh, well then Nami," and Nami's like, "What's he looking at me for?"
Yeah, facts.
So
it's crazy how Big Mom's soul. It's crazy how Big Mom's soul of Hera has to eat Zeus to get stronger,
right?
Like Big Mom did, eating Mother Caramel.
I mean, it makes sense. If they're a portion of Big Mom's soul, then of course they're going to get stronger by eating. So I did enjoy that, but it is also very sad to think that Hera would essentially cannibalize Zeus like that. It makes sense, scientifically, clouds can merge. So it makes sense from that perspective, but it is definitely saddening here, which is hilarious that Oda has us emotionally
about
feeling for a cloud, some water vapor. But
is Zeus toast?
I don't think so. And this is where we're going to get to that. So Zeus decides, okay, I'm a man up. You know what, Big Mom, you don't care about me. Nami kind of does care about me. I feel bad for what I did. Nami was, feeding me those black balls. So you know what? This is my final act. Watch me, Nami. I'm going to go out saving you. And Big Mom just snuffs that immediately. Just what a sideshow. Get out of here. That's it. So, Nami, is like, okay, well, since you're trying to sacrifice yourself for me, actually, we kind of skipped over Big Mom taking not Ulti, I'm butchering this, taking Tama from
and
Usopp,
throwing her to the side.
And just throwing her to the side and saying, hey, stay here, these pirates are nasty, I'm going to take care of them, and, Tama's not having this. Tama's now seeing what Chopper was talking about earlier. Lyn is not someone to mess with.
Yep.
So obviously, again, we get that sense that, Big Mom does care about people, but she only cares about them to a degree that they essentially are obedient to
her. Yeah.
So the moment that Tama is like, no, I care for these people, we see, Big Mom essentially flip on Tama. So we get, Zeus manning up and saying, Nami, I made a mistake. I'm going to go out. In style for you. Big Mom stops that. And what we see here is Nami turns around and basically says, all right, here are these black balls, get it and get away.
Yeah.
So we do see that Nami does care. She was just giving Zeus a hard time. But then we see Mera chomps down on Zeus. Now, what's interesting here is we still see her tempo weapon,
inside of the mouth,
inside of the mouth. So for all we know, what Hera is talking about when she said, I feel the power, she ate the black balls. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 near her mouth, but Nami shot out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, roughly 10 of those. So for all we know, Hera's eaten the black balls and now she is feeling that power. But Zeus may have gone inside of the Thunderbolt
and eaten some himself. He might consume her himself from the inside.
Right. I don't think Zeus is gone. I don't believe that. There's too much buildup to me for that to happen. And then specifically in the official, let's see where she says this. Big Mom says, let's see. Got to go back a couple of slides. She says, okay, that would make you nothing but a soul thief, Zeus. So again, Big Mom using the word thief goes back to Nami being a cat burglar. So in some way, shape, or form, if Nami somehow finds a way to steal Zeus, that is in line with Nami's character. I've said that previously. Now it kind of seems like maybe that's a little hint that Zeus will get stolen. But then that brings us back to square one. Like, do we really want Nami to be getting a power up solely because she stole Big Mom's soul? I like it and I don't like it. I prefer Nami get her own thundercloud, like I speculated, but I just don't see that happening because Big Mom is not coming around to Straw Hats anytime soon. So I don't see that happening. But
it's gonna be rough. And I think it's interesting that this is the thick shot where we get them looking similar. Like, and I see no way Nami gets that fruit. So like, it's like, how does this work?
How does it work? I don't know, but I refuse to believe at this point that Zeus is gone permanently. Whether Zeus takes over from inside of her, whether Zeus is sealed inside of Nami's staff, I don't know yet. But I think Zeus is still around.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you. Now let's get to my guy Kid.
Let's get into Kid.
After seeing that last panel, I have no hope. I have no hope for this guy. Like, if Luffy can't do it, who knows like how to fight these monsters? What are you gonna do, brother?
I don't know. I mean,
he needs Law to get there ASAP. That's what he needs.
He definitely needs that. I am impressed that he caught Napoleon with his metal arm there.
Oh yeah,
so that was nice.
So
that is a feat in and of itself because Big Mom is pissed off. This isn't a casual swing. I was actually debating when Jinbei blocked Napoleon back in Whole Cake. You could say, well, Big Mom was pissed, but she was also starving. So you can kind of downplay that.
This is fully strong.
Big Mom's pissed. She's fully, powered up, and Kid caught this. So we can give him some credit there, but he's already used Punk Gibson. Now, looking at this panel, a lot of people are looking deep into this. Technically, if you look by his hand, you see that same kind of effect that we saw Big Mom, Kaido, and Luffy use when they used Conqueror's Haki. You see the little white space between where his arm and his hand would be. Do you see what I'm talking about? I might have to link you this so you can see what I'm talking about. But if you look right above his hand as he's smashing Big Mom into the ground.
Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. I see like the stuff connecting his. Ooh, that's looking deep into it.
That's looking deep into it, but I'm not the one who saw this. A lot of Kid stands were putting this on Twitter, and at first I was kind of downplaying it, but then I said, this is weird. We know Kids had Conqueror's Haki for a while, yet Zoro gets a confirmation before Kid uses it at all. So it's kind of weird that we get that. It's kind of weird that we've got no semblance of Kid using Conqueror's Haki at all. So no, I don't really believe he's coding, his metal arm in Conqueror's Haki, but it's debatable because maybe he accidentally did it. I don't know.
Maybe that's how he part with his devil fruit. Maybe that's like how he adds like some electromagnetic stuff due to like the lightning that comes off of Conquerors. And again, I'm with you. Like this is like if it's the case,
I'm reaching. Yeah, but I'm trying to give him some credit.
To give him the benefit of the doubt for sure. And I definitely see that it's a reach. But if it is the case, then kudos to him. But if it's not, then it's like, what are you about to do?
Right. I mean,
this chapter really like sobered me on this because like I was sipping the we're good Kool-Aid. I was like, my guys are great. No, we're not. Like this is a very sobering chapter, and it was like, you really need Law to be there for you to live. But first off, because if he's not, you're getting your ass whooped, and Law by yourself, you're getting your ass whooped because you're not that strong either. So it's like. Everybody has to blossom here. Unless this is like the changing of the guard, like it's all around the board. Everybody has to blossom.
Yes. So I don't know. I was a little disappointed at the same time that Kid used the move we already saw. Like he slammed Kaido with Punk Gibson, I remember. So here he is slamming Big Mom. So it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe Oda is going to go into some more depth in new chapters, but I'm trying to give him some credit here. So
I feel you.
We see Usopp and Nami are excited to see Kid. So that's interesting.
They're just excited to get saved. You know them weak asses.
That's all there is to it. I don't know. Man. I don't think Kid's gonna be able to hold out unless Law gets there expeditiously.
That's what I'm saying. So, not a good chapter for the Alliance. This was like
at all
L's all across the board.
Yes.
And then we get to the end, and it's like,
we get to the end.
Jeez,
Kaido has dropped out of his hybrid form. He's back in his base form. He is.
I didn't even realize that he is. He's like
he's done. He's like
he's over it. It's done for. Oh, poor Luffy. Gosh, golly. Kaido said you got cocky, crazy.
Right. And I mean, it was kind of forecasted. Okay, we all know there's supposed to be a scene where this great tragedy is supposed to happen. Luffy saying, "Y'all head down. I got this." We all know 1v1. You bet on Kaido. That confidence, I knew it was going to get smashed. I just didn't know it was going to get smashed like this, especially when I saw them going head to head with each other for a little while.
It made us believe it. Like, he definitely did. And the whole time we were like, base form Luffy conquers Haki, getting it done? Like, okay, cool. But then it's like, nah, man. Nah.
Kaido completely trashed this dude, and Oda off-screened it. So we know, due to 1012, with that one bubble that said a couple dozen minutes earlier when Law and Zoro were falling down, Luffy was still on the rooftop. So you can kind of give him some credit because, he was up there contending with Kaido supposedly for a few dozen minutes, which you can say is 24, 30 minutes maybe. But Kaido just, knocks him off. Just, nope. So as we were saying earlier, I don't know who's going to save Luffy. I thoroughly enjoy Kaido being depressed, though. Just being like, man, I got my hopes up. I should have just took your head.
Yeah, because now you're going to give them hope that you can come back.
Like, what's Kaido going to do? Chill out on the rooftop, or is he going to come back beneath the roof?
He's definitely chilling up there. Maybe.
I think so too, because there's no point in separating Big Mom and Kaido just for Kaido to come back down to the underneath the roof, unless that's going to be playing into him seeing Ulti being taken out and finding out that Big Mom is wilding on his people. But at the same time, and Kaido then, coming down,
if we look at it,
ruins everything else.
But it is the tragedy of it's lowering everybody's will. All of this, everybody feels like, oh, it's over. We're defeated. They save Luffy. Yeah. By the time we get over by that time, I'm assuming we gotta be over the fog capital. Then Kaido's down there. Yeah. There's beef. Luffy comes up, the New Dawn, and then they end up doing the final battle. Maybe. And that's
something along those lines. Again, because I refuse to let this die until it's proven otherwise. Maybe, Kaido coming down from the roof makes certain people question some things. Like if Zoro's like, wait, what are you doing here? Where's Luffy? He's like, yeah, your captain couldn't cut it. And he's like, shit, damn it. Okay. So I don't know, man. Like, who's going to get Luffy? Who's going to get him?
Let's place bets, and then I want to ask you about what Kaido says, because Verson brought up a good point in Discord. Let's take bets. All right, so I'm thinking like Momo has to be the favorite. Momo has to be the favorite. Like you said, he's been feeling this. He's been knowing where Luffy is. He has to be the favorite. I can even go so far as to, depending on what Yamato's devil fruit is, I could see Momo and Yamato going together, or I can take Momo by himself. I think those are two separate odds. I think Momo by himself is the favorite. Momo and Yamato is right under there. And then I'm saying Sanji third. I'm putting Sanji third just because I feel like it's reasonable. I'd even go so far as saying Marco's fourth for some strange, odd reason. That would be out of left field. Wouldn't expect it. But if it happened, you can convince me into it. Anybody else, is the under. Is like the ultimate low. Like, put all your money in, and if it comes true, you're fucking rich. But that's how I see it.
Like I said, We named everyone who could possibly do it, as far as I'm concerned, unless we are above the capital and Luffy literally falls onto Wano's ground. I don't see that happening. Maybe, on some ironic crap, he hits like literally the capital. Maybe we're above the capital. He hits the capital, and then Kaido drops Onigashima on Luffy. And at some point, Luffy breaks out once he's recovered or something. Like, I don't know. They're like, where's Luffy? We can't find him. And Momo's like, well, I sense him, but his life force is very weak. He seems to be around here, and so they have to like dig him up or something. I don't know. But like I said, you named pretty much anyone who has the ability of flight right now who's on the Alliance. So those are the only possible people I can see doing it. I don't expect someone.
Versus said, what if this is Luffy's awakening, where he's on here, he hits the ground and he sees them coming, turns the capital into rubber world, falls, saves them. Maybe, but like Verson said in Discord, I think it's too early for awakening. We just got Conqueror's Haki. Like, we still haven't mastered that. I feel like that'd be pulling two rabbits out of the hat. Don't see that happening. So it's like, either way, I feel this leads to the tragedy. But I do think he gets saved to give hope, like the little bit of hope while the tragedy's going on. Right.
I mean, like you just said, that would be a legitimate way to get him out of this situation if he were to awaken, and then, somehow he could make the falling Onigashima have the properties of rubber, where it doesn't, it bounces back and it doesn't cause as much damage. But pulling out awakening out of nowhere makes no sense, especially when Oda just gave him something new to his arsenal. It just, like, you knock him out and then he just wakes up and you're like, oh shit, I tapped into awakening and I know how to use it immediately.
That'd be too many out of the ass.
That's too much. So I don't know at all. Like, I'm literally completely confused as to what was going to happen, because I was expecting Yamato to make it to the roof.
Yeah, me too. 2-week break.
Get a 2v1. Yeah, get a 2v1. I don't see it.
That's why that's why I bet second on Yamato and Momo saving them together. They fly up to the roof, because I do believe it would be poetic if Momo sees Luffy and Yamato fighting for him, because he hasn't seen anything now. He's hidden, and now it's like, we got to go save Luffy. Actually, I might be more inclined to bet Yamato and Momo save them together. I might be more inclined, because that sounds pretty good. They go up to the top together, all three of them see it. Momo's at the height of the heights, conquering his fear, save Luffy, and meanwhile, he's doing everything he can to, if he realizes what's going on, this is another way you can do it. It'll still crash, but he's trying to lessen the blow of the crash.
Right.
With his small clouds.
Oda doesn't always show every single thing, so for all we know, Yamato or Momo may already be on that rooftop while this is happening. So it's not like they're underneath the dome and Luffy's falling, and then they'd have to like get up there, realize Luffy's not there, and then go get him. Like, they could be right there. And by the time, since we're on break next week, we'll see that they're actually in a position to go and get him. But I don't know yet. Now, again, like I said, I refuse to let this theory die off yet. So my little dissection into what Kaido says is, again, he says, I should have simply cut your head off and announced my victory, everyone. At this point, Kid has said he wants to cut Kaido's head and mount it on his ship. Zoro says he wants to cut Kaido. The opening for the Wano anime ends up with Kaido's neck being severed in the literal opening. The Scabbards have said we have to cut his head. So it seems like he cut Orochi's head off. The Scabbards cut Orochi's head off. So it's like, at this point, is Oda like just bashing us over the head? Like, this will not stop until Kaido's head is severed? And if that's the case, Zoro's killing Kaido.
Yeah, if that's the case, I might be with you, like, real shit, because I could believe it. Luffy beats his ass, but he keeps coming up, and so it's like, bro, we gotta kill him. I'm gonna just kill him real quick. Yeah. Over with. I I like how you connect that. You sold me on it. You sold me that
personally,
fast.
at this point, Luffy and Zoro are out of commission. We remember that one magazine cover where Luffy and Zoro are standing with both of their blades and Kaido's in between the blades, the same setup that the Scabbards used when they put Kaido's head between the blades. So there's a lot of allusions to, you know, it wouldn't be a 1v1, obviously, but I kind of, you know, if you saw the little eye catcher in the recent episodes, it referenced Zoro cutting the dragon on Punk Hazard. So if we go back to that, Luffy and Zoro faced off with that dragon. Zoro ended up doing the work and cutting the head. So maybe, you know, eventually, I don't know how it's going to happen, but eventually Luffy and Zoro come back from, you know, being knocked out. I say that they're Goku and Vegeta in the healing pods right now. So Luffy, you know, comes back up, gets, you know, his little hockey bloom, is a little bit more proficient with using his Conqueror's hockey. Zoro
Gear
gets
force
his hockey
it.
bloom.
I'm ready to gear. You got to gear forth it. It's like we
And
haven't seen it,
I mean,
and there's a reason why we haven't seen them
exactly.
fight. Like
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I don't think Luffy used Gear Force, even though we didn't get to see it. So once Luffy is able to coat himself in Conqueror's hockey in Gear Force, then if base Luffy can contend with Hybrid Kaido, then Gear 4 Luffy should be able to actually do some damage. So if Luffy and Zoro can get healed, I can see Luffy putting in the work and then Zoro getting that final assist and being like, okay, he's down. I'm going to make sure he stays down and, you know, take his head. So that's kind of where I'm at, a collaborative effort. But it's still weird because I also really like Luffy and Yamato versus Kaido.
I like that as well.
You know, Yamato has to fight Kaido. It just doesn't make sense.
Now,
She wanted to fight Kaido with Ace. She wants to fight Kaido with Luffy, and she just never does it. It's like, who's her matchup? It can't be the Toby Ropo. I don't really want to see the commanders versus her.
What if it's a 1v? Like, what if while Momo's saving him, he fights Kaido, and it's like, okay, Yamato's fighting Kaido for right now. Get that backstory. Luffy comes up while she's getting messed up. They fight, and then as that happens, like Zoro goes up, Yamato gets sidelined, and then it's those three where it's a flow chart down to getting to that point.
That's what I ultimately hope for, because one way or another, when Kaido sees that, you know, his son/daughter no longer has the handcuffs and is prepared to fight him, maybe he'd be like, Yamato, you don't want this smoke. Like, we're in war, so I'm bored. I'm still ready to go. So if you really want to swing at me, you know, I'm a swing. All right. But they both got Thunder Bakuas. So I could see Yamato definitely holding her own or his own, whatever you want to go with, for a while. I don't think anyone's 1v1ing him unless we're talking about the Admirals or another Yonko. So it's a very nice chapter to remind people Luffy's still not fully Yonko level yet.
It's like I said, sobering chapter, very sobering chapter, because like Big Mom's downstairs kicking ass. Like that still is like, okay, so let's assume Luffy gets back up, does all of what we just said. Big Mom's still down there. Like, that's still a glaring thing. So it is.
But Law and Kid are still in decent health.
True. You know? That is true too. And that's me just seeing how bad Luffy got beat and just assuming like, how could they? But they do have their own powers that are special. And Big Mom she does have hockey and she does have the Conqueror stuff. But for all intents and purposes, Big Mom is like Devil Fruit Queen, kicking ass.
She's Devil Fruit Queen, and she's not Kaido. Because again, another thing we have to remember, her like armament status is conditional. I don't think like there's a Mother Carmel picture anywhere, but if you disturb her, she falling her to her knees gave her a scrape on her knees. So she's actually not that durable if you get past the iron balloon scenario. So if someone can mess with her mental state where that, you know, mental defense drops, which for whatever reasons, I think Kaido's is perpetual. You know, you have to hit him with Conqueror's hockey to surpass that. Big Mom's not like that. So if you can bypass or shut down her iron balloon defenses, Kid and Law can put in work.
And like it would be two hacky devil fruits, both in Kid and Law versus a devil fruit in her. I could see it happening that way, but it's just like, you're gonna have to get me there. You're gonna have to get me there.
You're definitely gonna have to get me there. And I'm saying we've spoken about this before. Kid, should have an ability with magnetism, so he should make it harder for Big Mom to swing Napoleon around if she has to constantly negate, his magnetism. And then I said this before. This is really me again reaching, but magnetism in the electromagnetic spectrum does play into electricity. So maybe he can do something about Hera. But now that we've got that combo attack, I don't think Kid can block that combo attack.
No.
Law can obviously get himself out of the way of it, but I don't think
all Kid can do is put his arm there and break it around. Like, no, bro, no. Like, no. I think they did a good job shooting ulti with it to show like that thing really could like tear you up. So
yeah. And I mean, it's also nice to see that Big Mom is nowhere near done with her techniques. Like, we know she can fuse with Napoleon, Prometheus, and perhaps Hera. We know that she has a combo attack. We know that she can rip souls out. We know that she's super intimidating with life or death. We know, like, she can create inanimate homies from anything. So what power set she's going to use, what abilities she's going to use, it's up for grabs. We have no idea.
That's a fact.
Hopefully, and we've seen this before, it doesn't seem like we're going to have to deal with any kind of memory loss anytime soon. We saw that in her fight against Queen, Queen slammed her hard enough that she began to regain who she was from Lyn back to Big Mom, but she seems not to have, experienced that from Punk Gibson yet. So I don't think Kid's gonna like slam her hard enough where she has memory loss or anything. So that's good. But I have no idea. So I think that the tragedy is going to continue to, spiral out of control. Big Mom's gonna go on a rampage. And, as soon as they figure out Luffy's not doing so hot, it's gonna be bad.
Maybe that's how the tragedy happens. Tragedy in under 5 chapters. I think we're on tragedy watch now.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this changed up everything. For a while, we were saying like something has to happen because this looks too clean. This looks way too clean. Like, I got Jinbei easily beating Sasaki. Frankie's handling business with who's who.
Flip.
Yeah, flip that. I don't know, obviously, how Robin's doing, but I just get the sense that she would handle Black Maria pretty easily with Brooke. It was just seeming too easy. Kyogoro's still around. He was talking about like, none of y'all under here can hold me. Mm-hmm. Granted, he isn't in his prime anymore now, but still, Marco is low dipping 2 commanders.
It was way too good. Like, it really was. So like, man, I could see it, like you said, next another downside of chapter for Kaido next week. We could see other people losing. Another downside of the week after.
Where the Big Mom Pirates? They can pop up anytime now.
Yeah. We're on tragedy watch. We're on tragedy watch. Definitely. I'm saying tragedy within 5.
Like I'm saying, like easily. I mean, the Scabbards. I got Inu beating Jack. I got Neku beating Pedro. So Pedro, God,
Perospero.
I am so off today, man. Perospero. So it's just it was seeming way too clean cut. So I'm glad that it's going this way because now I have no idea what's happening, and now Oda's gonna make me wait a week.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be on spoiler watch heavy on Wednesday night. Right. Oh man. So, but that's all we got this week, man. Like we said, we're on the downside now. So, but gonna enjoy the ride because now it's just like, okay, now we don't know how we're gonna get to where we're going. So it's the fun. The fun is back into it. Not saying that other stuff wasn't fun, but now the possibilities are endless. But Christian, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
All right, so on Instagram, it's going to be Arc Season. Same with Twitter. Although I realized I've been giving you guys the wrong information and all these reviews. I went to my profile the other day. Twitter is actually Hollinger94. Arc season this week. So Hollinger94 on Twitter. If you want to see my graphic design content on Instagram or Twitter, it's going to be Design Season LLC. So I just wanted to make that correction. I've been telling y'all the wrong thing.
I was confused, but I
know. I was like, man, when I saw that, I was like, my ad is not even Arc Season. Oh my God, what have I been telling these people?
But hey, we got it now. Also, Saturday, Christian's going to be battling Twitch streamer Cash Carbon and Pitch It at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. West Coast. So make sure y'all tune in, twitch.tv/BrosYouThink. Going to be a good match. I'm super excited for it. So y'all be sure to check that out. Other than that, for more information on what's dropping this week, follow us at BrosYouThink on Twitter. But that's all we got. Gotta wait a week. Oh, it's gonna be a long week. It's gonna be a long week.
It really is.
Oof. So, but until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Until then, peace.
Peace.